They say blood is thicker than water, but what happens when the people who share your blood sharpen their knives against you? The night my own mother slapped me across the face, standing beside the car I'd worked half my life to earn, I realized something horrifying: family can love you and still try to destroy you. And what came next? It was darker, crazier, and more ruthless than I ever imagined. I wasn't the golden child. That role belonged to my younger sister, Claire. Growing up in Houston, if she wanted something, she got it. A new bike, a new phone, a car for her sweet 16. Me? I was told to be grateful. When I said I wanted to study art and business, my dad sneered, "That's not a career, that's a hobby." My mom whispered that I'd end up alone with nothing to show for it. Still, I clawed my way forward. By 22, I'd graduated buried in 80 grand of debt, living on instant noodles while working at a Dallas gallery for barely enough to survive. Claire, meanwhile, had her college tuition covered, switched majors like outfits, and partied on weekends like it was her job. Every step I took felt like dragging boulders uphill. I learned to sell art, built contacts, and even slept on a cot inside my office when I launched my own gallery. Meanwhile, Claire racked up credit card debt faster than I could pay down my loans. I bailed her out once, $8,000, hoping it would wake her up. She spent the next week in Vegas, posting bikini shots with champagne bottles. By 30, my hard work finally cracked the ceiling. I closed my first $1 million deal, and with trembling hands, I bought the car I dreamed of since I was a kid, helping my grandfather in his auto shop, a black Ford Mustang. The growl of that V8 wasn't just an engine, it was every insult I'd swallowed turned into thunder. But no matter how far I pulled ahead, my parents only saw my success as resources for the family. Claire was always painted as fragile. Sensitive. She just needs a break, they'd say, while I was the strong one who should pick up the slack. Rent money, car repairs, dental work, I was their ATM. Each time, I convinced myself it was the last. And each time, she proved me wrong. I found sanity with new people, a Dallas car club where the smell of oil and the hum of engines replaced the suffocating silence of my family's house. Tyler, a mechanic, helped me fine-tune the Mustang until it purred. Sarah, a photographer, turned it into art. And Hannah, a therapist who'd escaped her own toxic family, looked me in the eye one night and said, "Family doesn't get to erase you just because you share blood. Draw the line, or they will." I didn't realize how soon I'd need those words. One evening, my mom called with urgency dripping in her voice. "Come home tomorrow. It's important." My stomach sank. I cancelled meetings, drove hours in dread, and pulled into their driveway where an unfamiliar SUV sat parked. Inside, the trap was waiting. My parents on the couch, Claire smiling like a cat with cream, and beside her, a polished breeder flipping through glossy brochures. French bulldogs. Price tags starting at 30 grand. My dad's voice was stone. "Your sister needs stability. A therapy dog will change her life. We'll use your car to pay for it." I thought I misheard. My Mustang? My sweat, my blood, my independence, sold for a dog. My mom leaned in, tears trembling. "Jessica, please. You're successful. You don't need that car." Claire smirked, "It's perfect. I'll finally have routine." When I refused, my mother's hand cracked across my cheek. "Your sister gets the dog, or you get out." I left. But the battle didn't end at that slap. My phone blew up, guilt trips, threats, public shaming online. Then, one night, I discovered the spare key to my garage was gone. Security footage showed my dad and Claire inside, measuring my Mustang, planning its removal as if it already belonged to them. That was my breaking point. With my friend's help, we staged a midnight operation. Sarah drove a decoy car. Tyler opened a fortified garage. I slipped behind the Mustang's wheel, heart racing, headlights dimmed, as if I was smuggling my own freedom. When the steel doors closed behind us, locking my car away safe, something inside me locked too. A boundary. A final line. The next morning, my father called, raging. My mother begged, "You're tearing us apart over a car." My sister mocked me online, claiming I was sabotaging her healing journey. Then came the fake legal letters, the pressure, the shame. But I held firm. And then everything collapsed. Claire filed for bankruptcy. My parents lost their home. Their carefully polished image shattered. And when my mom's final plea came, her voice breaking, "Please, help your sister," I stared at my Mustang's keys and whispered the only truth left in me, "Tell the dog to save her." Sometimes the hardest part of family isn't losing them, it's realizing you never truly had them. My revenge wasn't spite. It was survival. If you've ever had to cut ties to protect your sanity, drop your story in the comments. Because the strongest word you'll ever say, the one that saves your life, is no.